Welcome Outlanders to my revised cache location video. Take a moment to pause the video, find the timestamp that correlates with the photograph you have, and then click the View More option below the video to reveal the timestamps and skip to the section that covers your cache. If you're new to the game, hang around a moment for a short rundown on how the photograph and cache system work. First off, let me say welcome to all the new Outlanders. It's great to have some new players in the game, really brings in some fresh blood. And, people, when they're new to games, they tend to throw little curveballs. They think differently than the players that have been playing it for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to running into some people. Now down to the photograph and the stash. What we have here, you can see, is a list of containers that do not contain the photograph. You'll find the photograph everywhere else, pretty much any container you loot, and that's important. You'll want to find that photograph because it's going to show you where to go on the map to get the stash. That's going to be the only one that has loot in it. There are going to be false caches all over. You may be running around and find a spot on the ground you can dig, but if you dig, it's most likely going to be empty, especially if you have a photograph that's showing you that you're supposed to be digging somewhere else. So it's really key to find that photograph so you know where to go. When you go and dig up the cache, you're going to find metal inside, wires, nails, medical supplies, weapon parts, food, all sorts of stuff. And the amount of stuff inside is increased when it is boosted. So it is very, very important that you find that photograph when it's boosted like that. So you can do just as I'm doing right here and loot all that. All that's from boosted. That's pretty much how that works. There really isn't a lot more to it. Again, these containers do not have the photograph. All the others do. Once you find the photograph, and come here, find your photograph on the timestamp sheet out at the beginning of the video. You head to that location on the map, and then dig up the stash, and you've got all the loot. Good luck out there. Take care, guys.
To find this stash, head to the Lakeside Resort on the west side of the map. Then follow the shoreline south from the resort until you see these bushes. Then you will find your stash located right there. As you can see, this spot is located on the largest frozen lake on the east side, looking for the islet on the lake. Head to the south side of the islet and find the stash located under this tree. For this location, head to the south exit, then head west into the hills. You'll come across this little dump site, and then you'll find your stash located right in this dip there. The stash is easy to find. Just head to the outpost in the middle of the map. Photograph looks this direction, and you're going to find the stash located right here. This stash is another easy one to find. Just go east from the outpost location. You'll go under the railroad tracks, come up, jump over this fence. You'll see a swing set. You're looking for the stash right there. This location is really easy to find. Just go to the tool shed on the southwest corner of the map. Walk down the path from the tool shed. Break left at the rocks here. You'll find your stash located right there. Find this location, follow the railroad tracks north until you find the yellow shed on the right hand side of the tracks. It'll be the very last building on the tracks. Come around the building, up onto this ledge above it, and you'll find the stash located right here. This location, we are at the Forest Cabin, located on the west side of the map. All you need to do to find this spot is look at the cabin. That hill is where your stash is located. Just run up from the cabin, and you'll find your stash located right next to this first tree, right there. This location is fairly easy to find. You just go to the transformer station on the east side of the map. Photograph looks this direction. You'll find your stash located right here.
This cache is a little tricky to find, especially if you're trying to go off the photograph because it no longer matches the area in game. So you can see where I'm at on the road here up near the north exit. You want to head to that bend in the road. The photograph looks this direction. In the photograph there are a bunch of trees here. They're not here anymore. The stash is located here as far as the photograph is concerned, but the stash is actually located over the top of this rock. Go up and over, look at the base of this tree, and you'll find your stash there.
For this location, you're going to want to be a little bit south and west of this lake right here on the map, and you're looking for that black line along the road. That's a rock wall. So you want to look east, you'll see this kind of funky little rock outcropping, and then you're looking for this rock, kind of go up past that and look right between these trees, and you'll find the stash located right there.
This cache is located a little east of the Lakeside Resort. You want to follow the road. You're going to find this guardrail. You follow the road south. You'll find this sign here. Hang a right at the sign. Continue this direction, and you will find your stash right there. This cache is located southeast of the guest house, up the hill a little bit. So there's the guest house. You want to head up the hill this direction. You're going to see these bushes here. Go up past the second set. Hang a left. Find your cache right here. This stash is located just north of the guest house. Photograph looks this direction. That's the guest house right there. To find the stash, just kind of head towards this rock wall. Turn right through the bushes here. And you'll find the stash located right there. This cache is located northeast of the barricade. You can see my star out there on the little peninsula. That's where you want to head to. Just head to the center of the peninsula. You'll find your stash right here. For this cache, just head north of the barricade. You can see where I'm standing now and where my star is on the map. That's where you're going to find your stash, roughly. Let's head north. You'll see this rock outcropping right here. I'm going to go around that. And your cache is right there. This cache is located off the road that is the second one west of the guest house. So right about here is where your cache is. Guest house is right there. I'm looking south on the road. You're going to see all this. You want to head left here. You find your cache right there. For this cache, pay particular attention to where I am on the map. I am south of the rest area, on the east side of the lake, on the road. I am facing north, so as you head north on that road, you will see this sign. Just head toward that sign, hang a right just before it, come up this hill, and look to the left here, and that's where your cache is. This one's really easy to find. Just follow the track south from the station. Find these two red cars at the end of the rail. You'll find this barrier, group of trees, stash located right there. To find this one, just head to the lake that is south and west a bit of the rest area. You can see where I'm standing all right now. I'm on the south side of the lake. Once you find this little dip here in the lake, head up toward this tree, hang a little bit of a left, and your stash is located right there. This cache is really easy to find. Just come to the west side of the map, to the Lakeside Resort, and then you're going to head to the west side of the resort, right here. So this is the western building. Just come up around like this, up on top of here, and you'll find the stash right there. This cache is located east of the western exit. Where you see my star right now is where the cache is. The blue line is this dried out creek bed right here. What you're looking for is this group of trees, that tree in particular. Head directly toward that tree, and you will find your stash located right there underneath it. Simplest way to find this cache is head to the north exit. As you approach the north exit, you're going to see that yellow shed and that train. What you want to do is head southwest from the exit, up this path. You'll find your cache located right here next to this tree. This cache is located right about where my star is now. I'm northwest of the guest house, west of the Y in the road. The building that the stash is located next to, this one, can also be a barred house from time to time. There's a guest house there, so you should be able to see the guest house. And the cache is located right to the left of the north side of that building. This cache location is one of the more difficult locations to find because it's in a location that doesn't actually have any loot or any real marker on the map, so you wouldn't know to go there to look for it. It's this spot right in here where you see the waypoint. There's a path that leads up right along here that you can take, or if you wish, you can come to where I'm at in between all these cargo containers, just south of the warehouse. You can climb up on this wall here, and jump up on the wall here, and then up onto that, and then run up top here, and you'll come up to the path that I mentioned before. This runs up to the path, and there's a path to the right. You want to go up this little path here. And that leads up to the campsite that's in the photograph. And the stash is located beyond the tents back here. To find this cache, just follow the railroad tracks north or this road north. You're looking for this house, which is that red one there, has a camper. And you want to head to the fenced off area here. You can see a swing set right there. And you're going to find your cache located right there at the base of the swing set and the tree. For this cache location, you're going to want to head to the Y that I'm at right now on the map. Where you see my star on the map is where the actual cache is. Once you get to the Y, you're going to want to head towards this bridge. Before you get to the bridge, hang a right, go up this hill, look for these fences, walk in between them, you'll find your cache right there. This cache can be found between the Lakeside Resort and the barricade. The easiest way to find it is just go to the barricade. That's it right there in the tank. And then head southwest toward the resort down this hill. You're going to see the resort right there. And you'll find your cache located right here next to this rock and tree. This cache is located north and east of the outpost on the east side of the tracks. There's the road that leads underneath the railroad tracks from the outpost. What you're looking for is this yellow house here. And you want to head to the back side of that house. You're looking for their yellow shed. And on the other side of the fence from the shed, you're going to find the stash. Here. This cache is located east of the house that is on the other side of the tracks from the outpost. You can see my star on the map right now. This is that house. Photograph looks this direction, toward the south. And you'll find your stash right here. Well guys, that concludes this cache location video. I hope you found it helpful. If you find a photograph I missed, feel free to send it to postforphoenix@gmail.com. That email address is down below. Make sure to include your username and the console you play on. That way I can include that in the description down below and on top of the photograph in the video. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys are all getting loot out there and taking care. Good luck in the Outlands. Later.